2020 is almost over and we played a lot of board games.
It's been a long year. This is not the best games of 2020 because we didn't play all of them, or actually not nearly enough to make such a list. But we did play a lot of games that we like and some we didn't. So we'll just do a list of top 3 games that each of us played the most this year.
And it doesn't mean that game came out this year.
Yeah.
It means that we played it the most this year.
Yeah. My number 3 most played game this year is Machi Koro Legacy. I spent a lot of time with my family and kids at home, so a lot of games I played over the year were really light or family or children's games. We really liked it because we do like legacy games. Well, I like legacy games, and my kids never played any until this point. But this one that is easy to get for everyone, even kids, because it's simple, it's quick, and it does have a lot of cool things that you unlock throughout the game. And we played it a total of 10 times because that's how long it takes to finish the campaign. Just to give you an example of how many games I played 108 games total this year. That's a lot of games. Most of them I played only once. Not because they were necessarily bad, but just because I like to play a lot of new games.
Third most played game for me this year was The Crew. The Crew is a trick-taking game, and as far as we know, it's the only cooperative trick-taking game there is. It's super fun. There is one minus. It can make you feel kind of dumb if you don't get it. It's not that you are dumb, it's maybe that you don't get the way it should be played. But when you get it, it's great, and it gives you a lot of good emotions. We have almost finished it in just few sittings. When you start playing it, you don't stop.
Since I'm the only nerd here who tracks my board game plays, what would you say? How many times did you play it this year?
I'm guessing.
Just a guesstimate. Yeah.
I'm guessing, but it would be around like 14. But we played it like in one sitting. We almost,
Oh, so it's 14 sittings.
14 sittings.
And each time you played multiple times.
Yeah.
So my second most played game is Quirky Circuits. Quirky Circuits is a simple co-op game where you're programming your robot to do certain tasks, either clean the dust, gather fruit, or cook. And the trick is that each player has the cards in their hand, and you can't communicate which cards you have and in which order you're going to play them. So it comes down to kind of reading what everyone's going to be doing. Since it's a very quick game, it's easy to play with kids. Even if you fail, you can restart and start again the same scenario. And to be honest, actually, we've never gotten farther than the third scenario out of, 20, I think? But the satisfaction from finally beating that level is immense. So Quirky Circuits, I played a total of 18 times this year.
It sounds like it has some similarity with The Crew in that you have to work as a team. You don't know what others have, so you haven't have to put everything together for it to work.
Have you played The Mind?
Yes, I played The Mind.
So they say that Quirky Circuits is a mix between The Mind and what was the other one? Ricochet. No. Never mind. And another game. They say that Quirky Circuits is a mix between Robo Rally and The Mind.
All right. The Mind actually would be my 2019 top game for sure. I'm going to my second most played game, and actually we talked about this game in one of our previous videos, and it's Doppelt So Clever. Basically how an evening in my house goes, me and my wife talk with each other and she says, I'm bored. I say, I'm bored. Let's play Doppelt So Clever. We play it over and over and over again because it has zero setup time. You just roll some dice, use the numbers you roll, and then the other player does the same. And so you get points, and it's relaxing, it's fun, and at the same time it's challenging because you always want to beat your highest score. And that's why we play it over and over again, and we have overused the box already and it's losing paint, but it's great. I think the cover doesn't do it justice. The visuals for this game isn't good at all. It's a lot of people are afraid of that, but it's a great game.
Yeah, don't judge this game's horrible cover. But I think it's a German thing. A lot of their games look like that, so I guess it's something we don't understand.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But a good one, a simple one, a cheap one, just buy it already.
We'll wait. Out of 108 different games I played this year, my most played game for the second consecutive year is KeyForge. I've played a total of 178 times this year, and that is, I might have missed something because I play sometimes online and I not always track those. KeyForge is not only one of my favorite games of all time, but my most played game of all time, pretty sure. Maybe Magic comes in close. The biggest problem with this game, and the best thing about this game, are the decks, because they're pre-constructed. You just buy them, you can't change them, and the way they are, you play them. But why is it a bad thing? Because you might get a really bad deck, and that deck played against somebody else might never win, and then you will think that the game is horrible. No, it's just the deck. But the best thing about it is also the same thing. I mean, you just buy one deck and you're ready to go. You don't have to collect cards. You don't look at these decks. I don't collect them. These are the bad ones. I'm gonna get rid of them. You basically buy a deck and you're ready to go, and it just saves time. I wish I would say it saves money and space, but mostly it saves time. KeyForge, my most played game of 2020.
What's the thing that like attracts you to this?
Well, I like the genre in general. This competitive card games, going head to head, trying to beat your opponent. After a couple of plays and trying different decks, I really got into it. And I think it not only the unique thing is that the deck is pre-constructed and ready to go. On your turn, you just pick a house and you can play all you can from that house that you have. And then you're done. And then the next player goes. It's so simple.
It just grows on you, I guess.
It definitely does. Also physically. But yeah, try it. And if you first time you try, you don't like it, try it with a different deck again. And if you still don't like it, then it's you, not the game. It's just you. Thank you.
All right. So the last one, right? So my top game of 2020. Drum roll, please. It's Eldritch Horror. I played Eldritch Horror so many times, and actually I would say this is my top played game for 7 years straight. None other has come even close to this. This is the first serious board game that I ever played. I think that's the reason why I fell in love with this mechanic, and I have never found anything that's similar to this. So if you like the horror genre, if you want to go on adventures, defeating monsters and upgrading your characters, and a very video game-like, I would say, then this is right for you as well. It's amazing. I love it. Favorite game of all time. There's no competition.
Wow, that's high praise. I've played it a couple times, and I also really like it. When you said adventure, and I thought, yeah, you know what? It reminds me of Indiana Jones, but with Cthulhu. So,
exactly.
Yeah, but it is a good game, but I haven't played it for a couple of years now. But I did like it when I did play it. Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing after filming.
I'll also like this game now, like all of his friends.
People who know the theme of this game will understand that joke.
So one game of this takes, what, 2 hours, 3 hours?
I would guess at least 3 hours.
Do you know where the problem in that is? That's how much KeyForge you could have played in all of that time. Oh my gosh, man.
No.
So we'll just put this in the camera right
Different strokes for different folks, what can I say?
But yeah, those are our most played games. Let us know in the comments which were your most played games this year.
For sure. Maybe there's something we haven't played, and that would be great to just try out. That's it for Board Game Hangover. We're saying goodbye. Happy New Year's.
Happy holidays, and see you next year.
Bye.